Okay, I'll try this again. I get really, really upset. I mean, I know it doesn't sound like it when I'm on here, but I get really mad, Matt, because I always sitting here talking to somebody, and this phone will drop 5 or 6 times the calls. And as soon as I call somebody else, I can talk for
Yeah.
4 hours. But if I don't talk about Sasquatch or natural stuff, I can stay on the phone for 4 hours. The minute I start talking about, hey, Jules, I have no idea. It shut me down completely. I couldn't even get back on. I've got 5 bars. And I'm still talking to Matt, so I don't know what the heck is happening. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Does that make any sense to you guys that my live chat is scrolling, but yet I'm still sitting here talking to Matt? It's nuts. This is nuts. But that's what's happening, and that's what's been happening. I don't know. I can't I can't explain it. And I don't want to get into all that weird stuff. Yeah, my phone bill's paid. And like I said, Matt's still online here. How on earth is he online and my live chat went down? All right, Matt, so where were we? Oh.
Yeah.
We're back. This is crazy. Isn't that weird, guys?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we were just talking about like the conclusions that we've sort of come to, in the space of time. We've been sort of interested in this, and I've probably done a complete 360, but I still haven't. Like I can't say definitely it's this or it's this. I'm just keeping an open mind.
Yeah, I think it changes the way we view other people's videos too if we keep an open mind. And I think if more people were to do that, would there be less arguing because you have people out there that there's some channels I just don't watch. I don't know. I don't care for the person or the conversation or whatever the case may be, but then all of a sudden they're showing things that now make more sense. So even though I might not like the person or in the beginning didn't like what they were saying, now all of a sudden it's fitting the bill with the rest of them. So it's not that they knew something that we didn't know, something was happening different to them that was happening to us. So now it's starting to happen to us and changing my mind. So I have to keep an open mind too. And I wasn't very open minded to the whole idea of Sasquatch in the beginning. I thought people were crazy. I mean, I've spent a lot of years in the woods as a kid. I mean, I wasn't like you.
Yeah.
I didn't go on 3-day hikes and stuff. But me and my friends would disappear for the weekend. Because my mom was never around, so we would take off and go into the woods to that fort that I had when I was a kid. But we never, and I had rocks thrown, but I'd never even heard of Sasquatch, so I didn't have any idea. So when I got older and this stuff started coming up, I laughed. I thought it was funny. I said, "You got to be kidding me! There's no Bigfoot out in the woods. This is all a joke." But you have had some stuff happen to you when you were a child, and it was in your history and stuff. Well, I'd never even heard of it, so I'm sure for people like you, it's even a bigger mind awakening than for someone like me that never heard of them. You know what I'm saying? So I think if people were to open their minds a little bit and not cut people down for what they believe in, no, I'm not. Let's change that. Not what they believe in, but what they're saying is happening to them. Maybe there wouldn't be as many arguments.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. It it's crazy. I see people arguing over. It's such. I don't know. It's such a big turn off to this whole um,
Phenomena.
community, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just over it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like if I don't agree or I don't like the person in particular, I just don't watch it.
Right. Same
Seems
here.
pretty simple.
Yeah. Same here. Like it said, it doesn't it doesn't mean
Like
that
it's
their
not.
stuff isn't good.
I mean, it's not mandatory to watch every single Bigfoot video that comes out. That's for sure. And to tell you the truth, I'm hardly watching any videos anymore. There's a few of the people in chat and stuff like that. I'll watch, but yeah, I'm not out watching every single video that's coming out. I got bored of it, to tell you the truth, and after seeing what I saw, it doesn't seem even, I don't know, doesn't seem like it's relevant to me anymore.
Yeah,
If that makes
it does. Makes sense.
like I know what I saw, and that's my experience, and whether that be different to anybody else's, or if people, I just can't, I don't want to talk endlessly about it, if you know what I mean. Like, that's one of the reasons why my channel really isn't, I don't really talk about them,
Right.
because I think there's enough people already doing it.
And
They
I think
probably do it a whole lot better than what I can.
I think you're saying the same thing that most of us are. We're past the point now of let's do a YouTube channel to prove they exist. You have hundreds of people out there that are in the woods taking pictures, trying to prove structures and footprints and stuff like that, and the things that they hear or see or feel. But we're past that now, you know. I think
Yeah.
I think that's why people are getting bored of watching the same type of things over and over again because we don't have any answers. We're not any closer to the and what's going to happen when we get the answer? Are all these videos going to just drop off? Are people going to stop going out in the woods? What's going to happen when we find out what the truth is? But right now, I'm in the same boat you are. For the most part, I'm bored watching videos. You know, there's only a few people that I will go back and that I watch. I usually lurk on some of the places, and sometimes I don't respond, which I should. You know, I should comment more. But I go and I watch their videos and I thumb up the ones that I like, and the ones I don't like, I just keep going. But for the most part, there's nothing new. I'm not getting anywhere. It's not helping where my brain's trying to go. You know, I have a lot of questions I can't answer and nobody else is answering. You know,
it just goes around in circles to me, and it has done since the very first video I ever watched about it. It just keeps going around and around and around in circles, and I'm not a person who can go around in circles. I have to keep walking ahead. I'm not a person that can. I don't know. Maybe I've got a short attention span as well.
well,
As soon as I see people's egos because these ego-driven channels, that to me that is, I can't watch. It seems the person's ego is more important than the actual topic. You know, in a lot of, I'm not naming names or anything. You know, in a lot of stuff out there.
yeah, and the names get pretty big out there, and I think it's kind of a downer when the names are really huge. You've seen a lot of good stuff that maybe you learned a lot at the beginning from that researcher, you know, or that person that's doing the podcast or whatever. And then after a while, it just becomes redundant, you know, and it's just the same stuff spitting out over and over again, except for when you're jumping on to you turn over to the paranormal part of it. Now all of a sudden you've got all the rest of this other stuff. And I think people have a tendency to follow, you know, whatever's going on or hot at the moment. So right now, it's DM and Black Eyed Kids and all this other stuff, and I don't I don't know. Like I said many times before, I can't handle what's going on with my interactions with Sasquatch, let alone trying to figure out what else is going on out there. And if all this is spiritual, and then you've got a whole different you know uh, mindset on what's actually happening, and that can get overwhelming. That can get pretty scary if you don't have a firm grip and your feet aren't firmly planted on what you believe in. How is it easy? How is it that you can be firmly planted on the ground in your beliefs and find something out like this? I mean, it just throws your whole lifestyle out of whack, completely. I'm doing stuff now that
Yeah.
I'm doing stuff now that I've never done before. I mean, I never thought in a million years I'd be sitting here, talking to people about Sasquatch. Yes, you can, Barb.
Yeah.
But I, like I said, I want to hear what everybody has to say. And we've been talking for so long on this chat and getting bits and pieces, but it's completely different when you get on the phone and you start talking about it, because I'm hearing stuff from you now that I never heard before.
Yeah, I don't really talk a lot about what I believe. I have people I confide that I know I can trust, but yeah, I don't publicly broadcast a lot of what I'm thinking a lot of the time.
Well, you just get quiet, Matt. When you don't believe in it, you're not mean about it. You just get quiet. And I can always tell when there's something somebody's saying that you don't agree with, because you either say goodbye or you just all of a sudden get quiet. And then you can tell that that's something that's not, in your, in your mindset. And then we all do that at some point. But I think that's what makes this such an interesting conversation, is that's what a lot of us do, but nobody says it.
Yeah, I I don't know. One person who I really enjoy talking to is Pappy, and I like bouncing ideas off him. I like his way of speaking, and he's not his non-judgmental way is been a good lesson for me.
Yeah, Pappy's a good old egg. He's like Rick. I think there's a lot of people out there that have that mindset. They don't want to add any more insult to injury by cutting people down or calling them names or getting caught up in that part of this whole thing. There's a lot of us that believe the same way. You have to broaden your horizons just a little bit. You got to get out of your comfort zone sometimes when there's changes. And not a lot of us, there's a lot of people that cannot do that. They're just so stuck in their ways, they don't know how. But when it starts to change, for them personally, that's when that a little bit of that falls off, and they're able to accept something that normally they wouldn't. And I think this is all a learning process for all of us. And I'm glad that you came on here and you were talking to us, and I'm glad that Pappy and everybody else that's jumped on here has jumped on here and had these conversations, because we're not arguing about what we believe in. We're helping each other because it's so controversial. It's so abnormal for our normal way of thinking. We don't have the answers. We're not perfect. We don't know it all. We're all in the same boat, but yet there's different things happening to each one of us. So I like listening to people. I want to learn from people. I just don't want the nastiness or the negativity. I don't want someone to tell me that I'm stupid just because of something that's happened to me. So on your end,
Absolutely.
yeah, on your end, the stuff that's been happening to you, You know, if you're sitting there and you're telling us bits and pieces of it, and then all of a sudden while you're thinking of it, something else pops in your mind that you didn't say, but now you're able to speak it. You know, I think that gives a lot of credence to what someone else may be already thinking because that already happened to them, and you're giving them, you know, you're actually validating what something that happened to them, and that's important. I think that validation is more important than almost anything else at this point, because you still got to sit around thinking we're crazy. You know, how on earth is 99% of a world say that certain things don't exist, and here we are, select, you know, hundreds of people that are just saying, you know, this is true and this is true and this is true, and I don't need to prove it. It's just it's very hard. It's very, very hard.
Absolutely, and it's hard. Look, I know it took me a long time to be able to have people I felt I could trust and sort of talk about these things because, you know, it was only actually by jumping in a live chat. It might have been Rick's or Tracy's, I don't remember, one time, and I got to know like the names in the chat and sort of got a feel of what the people, you know, behind those names, what they thought, and I'd like to think that out of this, if anything, I've made quite a lot of friends. Well, you know, what I consider friends, even though it's only an online friend mainly.
Yeah.
I consider all the people in the chat here as friends.
Right.
And that's got to be a good thing, I think.
I do too, and I think what's nice about it is I don't hear any of them, Matt, not one, coming back to us privately saying that the other one is crazy or we don't like them, or it just seems like this group of people that we have seem to get along fairly well, and they do feel like friends. To me, they do feel like family, and it's complete. That's completely different for me because I'm not used to that. But I know you're a quiet type. You know, you're not the type that's gonna jump on there and do a bunch of live chats. You keep to yourself most of the time. And I'm glad that you came on here. And I'm glad that you're talking to us. And I like hearing the stuff that goes on over there because I want to find out how much different. Quiet, Rick. I want to find out how much different things are. He's just being bad. How much different they are there than here, and it seems like they're almost the same. You know, it's almost the same. It doesn't seem like there's a whole bunch of difference between them there and what's going on here. Rick, I'm going to throw something at you, I swear. I'm telling you, he's so bad today.
Yeah. If I ever want any to get into any trouble, I just talk to Rick, and he normally points me in the right direction. I do have a bit of a naughty streak, and
yes, we know.
Australians do.
we know. We're aware of your naughty streak. But we love you for it, Matt. They have kangaroos. What'd you say about kangaroos? I didn't even get to read that. The chat's going so fast I can't even read it. What do you think? What do you think the food source is for your yowies?
There's a never-endless supply of wallabies around here. I tell you, you don't actually see them very often. I quite often see them bounding away when I'm out in the scrub. But I don't think I've ever caught it on film, and even if I did, it's so it's usually just a brief glimpse that it's not that exciting. But there's literally thousands of them around here, and to me that is.
But do you think that's what they eat? Do you think that's what the yowies eat?
I I think that would make up a fair part of their diet. They're absolutely omnivorous as far as I'm concerned. Like, and there is a lot of bush tucker that, I don't know, white people don't even know about. It's their old Aboriginal foods. The bush is completely full of things that you can eat. It's just that white people don't know how to do that. Aboriginal people, some of them do, and some of them have still got the knowledge. So, look, they wouldn't even have to kill a wallaby around here. There's that many of them get hit by cars
Yeah.
and are lying dead on the side of the road. It's crazy.
So roadkill would be their
Okay.
food, huh?
Well, to me, it'd be fairly obvious how many wallabies I've dragged off the road and thrown in the scrub over the years, but I've never ever seen a wallaby skeleton.
Wow.
Never.
Wow. Well, that kind of makes sense, just like the deer here. You can have a deer hit on the side of the road, turn around and go back to get it, throw it in the back of your truck, and it's gone. You kind of wonder what takes off with the deer.
Yeah. It's there's, I don't know, the critters here have a tendency to get fried on the power lines, especially the nocturnal critters, possums, bats, all sorts of things. So there's another source of food, and it's cooked.
And it's cooked, so you think they kind of like cooked meat, huh? Oh, that's funny. What about the fires? The fires did a lot of damage, to the animal population there. Do you think that you're
Yeah.
Do you think that you're going to see a change? Maybe they're coming into towns now because they've lost some of their source of food?
Well, it sort of makes sense to me that maybe that may happen. I've seen an increase in bird species here that I hadn't seen before. There's a huge increase in cockatoos, the white sulphur-crested cockatoos at the moment, and I reckon they've all flown in from the burnt areas into my area, which was like untouched by the fire. So I think it will put pressure on not just by owls, by everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, moving into this area.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm sorry about all the fires and the deaths and stuff like that you guys went through. That was horrific. And there was a lot of prayers going up. I know there was a lot of places here that people were just getting together in big groups. Quiet, Rick. But that was, we had fires here in California and some of the other states, and it took up tons and tons of wildlife and not so many houses. But yours, you lost a lot of homes, and that's
Yeah, it was.
pretty bad. Well, I'm glad that's over.
Yeah, it was. That was just ridiculous. Like, I've never experienced a summer like that my whole life. We had some days here, like 115
Yeah.
Fahrenheit. We had some of the strongest winds I've ever seen in my life, and regularly. So seemed to be every weekend, or during the week, it'd just be blowing a gale, and that I don't ever remember that happening before. And that just fanned the fires with the heat and the wind. People didn't stand a chance.
Yeah. All right. Exactly. And then after that, you guys got flooded, right?
Yeah, but that's sort of typically Australia to go from drought to flood or vice versa. Um, our climate tends to do things not in halves. So when it rains here, it rains. Like not like that Kentucky rain. It's just like I wouldn't even bother putting on a raincoat for that.
Yeah.
It's pouring down rain.
So torrential, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to know, is your wife plan on ever going out with you for walks, or does she not do that?
No, I wouldn't take her.
I was just say she might not be an insomniac if she went to walks with you. You know, she went to. That's a good way to put someone to sleep. Nice long walk.
Yeah, I don't know. She's not with the way her knees are. She's not really physically able to. So, we've been on. I'm just so bored of walking on trails. Like I'm bored after 2 minutes. And, I'm looking for the easiest way to go bush, and I couldn't see her doing that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever walked on trail. You know, I don't think I've ever walked on trail when I was out in the woods or forest here. It's boring. You know, going off trail, as long as, you know, if you know the area and you're not going to get lost, or it's not so big or whatever is, but I don't know, it's boring. You know, I'd like to walk.
Yeah.
I like to go up and down the cliffs and go into caves and check out stuff that most people don't see. I think there's no point in walking a trail. You're going to run into people with bikes and all kinds of stuff, and forget that. I'd rather be away.
Yeah.
You know, away from everybody if I'm going to go out walking that way. And that property that we just got, you know, that we went to, and I showed you guys pictures, there's an area back there that's pretty, it's up a little higher, and it looks like it looks like a mound almost. And I was thinking that'd be a great place to just sit and because you're completely surrounded by woods in that little area. There's no, you know, back behind that property there, I looked at it from a Google map, and there's nothing but trails, ATV trails, and people go back there with their ATVs, and I think that's going to be a kind of a hindrance to the live chats at night maybe, but there's this mound up there, this really big mound, and when I started walking behind that area, I found a little dip which looked like a wet weather creek kind of almost. But then I found all these rock formations, and I was thinking that's the first place I'm going to go if I'm there. Off trail, back there, you know, checking out all the new stuff. I want to find out the stuff that most people don't even look at, you know?
Yeah, well, I enjoy seeing and going places that other people don't go to. And, that, to me, will always draw me back. I would do that for as long as I possibly can.
Well, I hope you continue your videos, Matt, because I know there's a lot of us that really like them. Your walk in the woods, you know, is completely different than some of the areas here, and it's gorgeous. I mean, it's just beautiful. You know, I watched a guy doing the Appalachian Trail, and he was taking photographs and standing on rock cliffs, and the pictures were just beautiful. And I love that kind of stuff. To me, it's peaceful, and I feel a part of it. So when you do your videos, whether you're giggling to yourself or falling down a rock or whatever you're doing, the area is just so serene, and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I hope you continue to do that and not worry about the other stuff. I really do like it a lot, you know. His channel, are you, no, you can't do that. Are you on YouTube, Matt? Or are you just here?
Yeah,
You know, someone put up,
yeah.
yeah, someone put up Matt's channel for people in the chat, please. There you go. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Your stuff is really good, Matt. You don't know it, you don't realize it, but your stuff is really good.
I don't know. It was only, I think it was actually you that asked me to do a video of where I go, and I never really thought about doing it before because I really didn't think anyone would be interested in watching it.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And when you take your walks, I mean, people love to get away from the city, even if they can only do it on a YouTube video. And like I said, we're here in the States and you're there in Australia. You have, you know, woods are woods and rock cliffs are rock cliffs, but there's history there. And when you walk through stuff, you explain stuff and we see things, you know, like those drawings, especially when you poured the water on that. That was awesome. I never would have seen that in my life had you not posted that.
Yeah, I do love looking for those carvings. They're not so easy to find, but it's a pretty cool feeling when you come across them.
Well, then you turn around, you talk to Pappy, and you went back out there and did ceremony and stuff. That's got to be that. I know you couldn't post that because it was private, but you know, people would pay for that kind of stuff. There's stuff that you're doing out there, and when you walk and you pan and you show, you know, you explain a lot of things, you know, when you're walking, and that's what I like about it. I can see. Uh-oh, are you there?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. It just popped out on me. Okay. You can see some of the areas that's completely off trail, and you can tell that you're off trail, slipping and sliding everywhere, trying to get through the bush. But that's what makes it interesting. You're not just walking down a regular trail taking pictures. You know, so I seriously enjoy your stuff, and I hope you continue doing it. Anybody have any questions for Matt? Hey guys, hi all you new guys. I'm sorry that that my phone quit and we had to start over again. This was a really good chat. You know, I was going crazy there in a minute. Okay, so, no, not you. Matt says blocked. You're bad, Matt. Hi, NASCAR, how are you? Welcome. No, I ignored you, Rick. You know that. Tony says, do armadillos fly? You don't even have armadillos over there, do you?
No, definitely not. I'm still waiting for you to post me one.
Yeah, you gotta go out and I need a flashlight because they come out at night, not during the day. I wish I could have gotten that one that was in my the dog food container because that one scared the living daylights out of me.
Nan just asked a question. Actually, Nan, I'm sort of leaning towards taking photographs. The videoing is a pain in the butt, and even just putting the video together at the end, I don't really enjoy doing that. But, yeah, definitely photographs, man.
I like yours. I like your videos. You're gonna stop doing videos?
No, I won't stop doing them. I just don't really enjoy the process.
Yeah, I know it's not easy to do. Well, did you look around your house after your wife heard that, or any other time to see if there was any kind of prints, maybe on your vehicle or on your windows or anything like that?
Yeah, I did. I actually did the next day. I went and looked over everything. The only thing I could see was on the back window of my wife's car, there was some finger marks, but it wasn't that much bigger than my hand, so I thought I didn't really think much of it.
Well, when it comes to that kind of stuff, you never know. What was the sticks that they put on your vehicle? Was it in a pattern, or was just two of them laying there?
They were laying side by side, like parallel.
Wow. Wonder what that means.
And I've actually seen that before. I found a very similar thing a number of times, but yeah, I don't really get into the stick videos, looking at sticks. I said to myself, if I do a stick video of me looking at sticks, I'll throw the camera in the creek.
Well, there's so many, you know, I mean, I went through my area and there's a lot of deadfall everywhere, and I'm sure there's some people out there that looked out there and said, you know, they built that or they built that. I don't really get into the structures, but I do get into the ones that, like the one behind my trailer that was an X that was never there in the whole, you know, 2 years we had been, or almost 3 years we had been there. The blind that they put up, they built that as we were up there. You know, that kind of stuff shows up, but I don't look on the ground most of the time unless I put it there for any kind of sticks. I mean, I just don't, you know, the people walk by and kick, or animals go by and kick. I don't look at any of that stuff. I don't pay attention. I don't know why. I just don't. But what I do pay attention to is when I see a tree ball up in the air, you know, a root ball, that gets my attention.
Yeah.
If the X's
Yeah.
are hanging up at a tree someplace where you know there's no way they could have, because you can't find where they broke off from, they look like they've been brought in. I'm sorry, but those definitely make me, you know, take a second glance back, because you can't, there's just no way someone's going to do that. There's no way they can do that. You know, they'd have to have a truck going in to do something like that, cherry picker. There's just no way. But on the ground, I honestly, I don't pay any attention to what's on the ground unless I trip over a rock or something. Quiet, Rick.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I'm normally looking at the ground, making sure I don't step on a snake.
Yeah.
I'm not normally looking at sticks.
Yeah. Yeah, but like in Rick's video, the one he just got through doing, you know, the ones that were by his gift spot compared to the ones that were up there by the markings by that cave, you know, that you have to pay attention to, because that can't just fall in the identical pattern that you saw someplace.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that kind of stuff, like I said, that sticks out to me. But I don't, you know, I don't look on the ground when I walk. I guess that's why I spend a lot of time bouncing, but I look ahead of me. I'm always looking up. That's my thing. I'm always looking up. I'm always wondering what's going to fall on my head, not what I'm going to trip over. I'm backwards, I guess.
I don't know, you got to be constantly aware here of snakes, even though, like, I don't really say much about it when I'm doing videos. I'm scanning the ground before I put my next stride down, if you know what I mean. Like, but I have come across some things that are blatantly obvious, that aren't natural. Like, I've stuck them in slideshows, like photographs and stuff in slideshows. I've never really done videos about them because, yeah, like I said before, I didn't want to really make my channel about that.
Yeah.
But if I see something that's obvious, I'll try and show it. I'm not trying to hide anything.
Yeah, well,
But,
you have a lot of dangerous snakes there, though. I mean, I know we've got a couple. I'm not so much worried about the rattlesnakes up there because send, they make a lot of noise, and you can pretty much, especially if you have a walking stick ahead of you, they're gonna make a lot of noise before you get, fairly close. It's the copperheads that bother
uh,
me here. The copperheads, have killed, quite a few of my animals out here. And there's a kid in the church I used to go to that got bit that ended up dying from a small copperhead. Those things are pretty
yeah,
dangerous. But we don't have some of the snakes
we
that you have there.
yeah we've got the main concern here is the eastern brown snake,
Yeah.
and it will kill you. And I, I I'll quickly tell you a funny story. Right, in my whole time hiking, it's not common to see snakes. Right, people think that you come here and they're sliding out of the toilet or whatever. Like it's not a common thing to see them in the bush. They're gone. They've heard you coming or felt you coming through the vibrations in the ground way before you get upon them, and they're out of there normally.
Mhm.
There is a couple of exceptions to that rule, but I won't go into that. Anyway, this day I was walking. I caught a train up the Central Coast, and I got off the train, and then I was walking probably, I don't know, a mile on the just on the street on the normal road to where the trail began. And the streets where I was are a little bit tricky. They're on the side of a mountain, and they all run parallel, but at different heights up the mountain.
Yep.
And I had to be on maybe the second one from the top. And I was walking on the footpath like a complete moron, looking at my phone, like all the people that I cursed. I was actually that person, looking at my phone, walking at at the map on my phone, and seeing that I was on the right street. Anyway, as I'm walking along, looking at my phone, I see something move on the ground, and I instinctively jump backwards, and there is an eastern brown snake on the footpath.
Yikes.
I got the biggest fright in my life. The snake got a bigger fright and took off at about 100 mile an hour, like up the side of the hill. And it was quite funny. I just wished I had a video. If I'd had a body cam or something like that, it would have been a viral video.
Yeah, I'm sure it would have. Is that the snake that even if you were in the hospital and you got bit, that you wouldn't survive it?
I think they do have an antidote for it, but I think you've got something like, if you're an adult, maybe 45 minutes to get to hospital.
I was
have the antidote.
I was watching a video about Australia dangerous critters, and there was a snake that they were talking about that they said if you were in the parking lot of the hospital and didn't get in fast enough, that even the anti-venom wouldn't save you.
I'd say they're probably talking about the taipan.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, you get no hope really if you get bit by one. If I get bit by a snake, and I will be dead because where I excuse me, where I am, yeah, I got no hope of getting help. So
You're too far out there to get help, right?
yeah, most of the time I don't even have phone reception.
Michael, what?
So,
Hold on a second, Matt.
Yeah.
What? Hair cutting scissors? No, you can't use them. I'll use them.
No, I asked him.
No, I'll get them. Not right now. Let me finish this. Sorry. Okay.
You're right.
Where were we?
Yeah, it's made me sort of be very, very cautious where I'm putting my next foot down. And I have to be for my own safety, really.
Is there anything that you can carry out there in the bush with you that that you would think that would save your life if you got bit?
Most of our snakes, I'd say no.
Wow.
There's a couple of less venomous ones that I'd probably be all right. Some of the more common ones, like the red-bellied black snake, and there's a lot of them around here. And they tend to hang out near creeks because they eat frogs and things like that. They also eat other snakes. That's probably one of the few that I'd probably be all right. I've probably got a couple of hours before I'm dead.
Jeez. So you take your life in your hands every time you go out there in the woods, huh?
Yeah, I don't really think of it like that, though.
Of course not. Not you.
Australians have, yeah. I don't know. Australians have got a strange relationship with snakes. Like, we're not generally scared of them, but we're just aware that they may be there.
Well, I feel the same way here, though.
Yeah,
I don't go out in the woods and worry about getting snake bit. You know, I mean, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't pay much attention to that. I'm more afraid of the hog around here than I am anything, and that includes black bear or cougar. I'm more afraid of the hogs. So the snakes aren't a big deal.
Like to me, I hear all this stuff about our animals going to kill you, and you're going to be dead in 5 minutes. To me, you've got way more scarier things over there, like bears and wolves and stuff. Like, big cats. To me, that's way more scarier than a snake.
Yeah. Well, I've seen the bear and I've seen the cats and like I said, I've only had one encounter with a wild hog, and I don't think I ever want to do that again. Every place I go, if I'm outside in the woods, what I'm looking at is tree branches low enough I can jump in. And that's the truth. I'll jump in a tree before I'll do anything because you can't get away from those things fast enough. They are just downright deadly. They'll go after you until they get you dead. I mean, they're relentless. They're horrible. And some of them are hogzillas, for crying out loud. They're so big. 3, 4, 5, 600 pounds. It's craziness. And they're fast, and their tusks are like razor blades. They'll just slice you up in pieces.
Yeah, I mean, we do have wild pigs here, but luckily, there's none around where I am. I did get one time, this is going back maybe 20 years or maybe longer, 25 years, and I was hiking in an area that's classed as wilderness. It's a designated wilderness zone, and I was by myself, and I got stalked by 4, I think, if I recall. Looked like wild dogs, maybe cross dingoes. I'm not 100% sure, but and they wanted to eat me, and I ended up having to swim across a creek to get away from them. And that really didn't even deter them, but they tried to cross the creek to come after me, but I pounded them with rocks, and they turned around and went back.
That's downright
That was
scary.
probably one of the most scariest.
That's downright scary.
situations I've been in. They were hunting me,
Oh, I don't doubt that.
and like I wouldn't have had a chance. 4 of them. There's no way I could have fought off four at once. That's another thing where you guys are lucky you can carry, and we can't.
Yeah. I know. I couldn't go
I feel
any.
a lot more.
Go ahead.
I feel a lot more confident if I could carry.
Yeah. Good night, Rick. God bless you. We love you. There's, them guys going down to Florida for their expedition. I think I don't think I'd worry about anything else down there. The alligators are concerned, but you can kind of look around the surroundings and know, if you're in an area where you should be concerned. And there are snakes and some big snakes down there also, because people like to drop their snakes off down there in the swamp areas and just let them go. And that's a big deal too. But honestly, my biggest concern down there for them will be the hogs. Again, like I said, if you ever saw a hog tear up a person, Skibo and the spiders. Oh yeah, they got some wicked spiders down there. Oh my gosh, they're the size of your hand. But that would, like I said, the first time I ever saw somebody get tore up by a wild hog was more than I needed. That was enough.
Yeah, I've seen dogs. Like I did a bit of pig hunting when I was younger, and I've seen dogs cut by pigs. I actually sewed up it was a Staffy cross that we were using as one of our pig dogs. And it got cut from the tip of its nose to the base of its tail, and it looked like someone had just got a sharp knife and just run it all like the full length of the dog.
Oh my gosh.
We always had a sew kit that we take with us.
Yeah.
And I actually sewed, my mate held the dog down and I sewed it up. Luckily it was only just through the layer of skin. Didn't cut it any deeper, but yeah, I know what they can do, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh. That's just downright scary.
And I'm glad we don't have them around here. Skibo, what's in the water down here? We've got. I've got estuary systems that are either side of me, and probably the scariest thing in the estuary system is a bull shark. So I see people swimming down in that creek, and I'd be like, you got rocks in your head. I've seen and caught bull sharks out of there 7-8 foot long.
Dang. You got a lot of good questions tonight. Yeah, exactly, Robin. Yeah, you can tell us that story one of these times. I'm telling you, I can't stand those things make me, they're scary and they're ugly and they stink, but if you don't mind gamey, they're pretty good. They're tasty. But you got to kill it first.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of spiders here, Skibo. Like if you go to my channel, I don't expect anybody to sub me. I've never asked anybody to sub me. But if you go to my channel and go to the very first video I ever did of a funnel web spider, and that's what we get in our house where I am around here. Usually in springtime when they go wandering.
Oh yeah, I saw that. No, thank you. No, thank you. No. I mean, I'll kill a spider if it's in my house. If it's outside, I usually leave it alone. But we have brown recluse spiders, we have tarantulas, we have black widows. You know, we have a beautiful black widow, a tarantula in the backyard. It's beautiful. You could definitely tell it's a male. And it's you walk up on it and it'll just keep right on walking. I mean, it's not aggressive at all. But there are spiders, you know, like the brown recluse, like Lizzie got bit last year. That this wasn't even full grown. This was just a tiny one. It did so much damage. You know, actually the bone in her knee still hurts from that bite. It's permanent. It's for the rest of your life. You know, if you survive the bite. You know, because I had a neighbor of mine that actually got bit by a brown recluse while he was doing his garden. They rushed him to the hospital, and he died the next day. It went right into his heart. Where he got bit on the inner thigh. So apparently, I don't know, but they're scary. They're dangerous. You got to be really careful about some of the spiders around here. But I would not. I would go up against every spider here, as opposed to one time seeing one of those out there. No, thank you. That'd give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always sort of been fascinated by spiders and insects. Even as a kid, I got stung by every crawling thing there was because I would pick it up or
Yep.
want to keep it as a pet and
Yep.
get stung, and my dad would call me an idiot.
Yep. I can relate to that. Did you ever make your own little cardboard where you put all your bugs on it?
Oh no, I'd keep them alive.
Oh, not me. I'd get them, stick a pin through them, and stick them on a cardboard piece of paper. My mom used to go crazy.
No, I was my bedroom as a child was like a mini zoo.
I can just imagine, Matt. Oh, it's too funny.
I had all sorts of credits. I used to do a lot of rescue stuff too when I was a kid,
Oh, really? That's cool.
like orphaned animals. I love doing that.
Yeah, well, it just seems like around here what people like to do is dump their animals, you know. We can't let them go hungry, but it certainly makes it hard since you know, people will go ahead and get an animal for their kid for Christmas or a birthday, and then the animal gets a little bit older and they decide they don't like it anymore. They come out here to our neighborhood and dump the animals.
Yeah, it happens here as well. That's for sure.
Well, hello, Mr. DDoS. How are you? We have the BDRP in the house tonight. How you doing, D? Sir D, I call him. Hi, Christy. Hi, all newbies. I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention to chat. I'm watching to make sure we don't lose Matt. Anyway, so your last encounter, Matt. I was just thinking about something. Did anything change between the first sighting and the second one for you?
Only just in weirdness level.
That's what I mean.
From seeing something that was that you could reach out and touch, to seeing something that was like a little bit mind-blowing, really. Like, I'd never seen anything move that fast before. That took my head a little while to get around. And I actually didn't say anything for ages because I kept going over it in my head, what I'd seen. And
it's hard to describe, isn't it? Are you there?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. It's hard to describe that change, isn't it?
It is. It's. I still think to myself, you know, can I believe what my eyes saw? And like I said before, if it wasn't for them actually hitting the water, I would have not even thought anything more of that. Oh wow! I'm looking at a beautiful hawk that just landed in the tree.
Ooh, get a picture of it.
It's too.
Too far away?
I need to spend some money on lenses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to spend some serious money on some telephoto lenses, and they aren't cheap. And my wife will kill me if I go out and spend a lot of money on them, so I've got to do it like sneaky.
Yeah, and they're expensive too. They are definitely not cheap for lenses.
I've got like the lens I want is about $1,500, like AU dollars,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm saving slowly.
Yeah.
I hate getting things on credit.
Yeah.
I pay cash for everything that I buy.
That's a smart way to
I'm not
do
a
things,
credit
though,
person.
Matt. I wish more people would do it that way, but alas, most of us are, kind of like the nice things, and even if we have to go into debt a little bit, but learn the hard way, don't we? Anyways,
Yeah, I've been there and done that when I was younger, and yeah, no more. I'll save the money and hand over cash.
yeah, I don't blame you there. Anyways, all right, well, I think I'll go ahead and let Matt jump back on the chat, and I'll keep the live going for a while.
Right.
I'm going to shut down this computer because the bottom's getting hot, and I don't want to lose Matt the hard way and have to redo this stupid thing again.
Yeah.
Matt, thank you very much for coming on here and sharing. I appreciate it, and I hope you come on again. This worked just fine. If I can keep my chat going, this messenger chat worked just fine. I can hear you, they can hear you, and it worked out great. Quiet you. Anyways,
That's good.
but thank you very much, Matt, for coming on here and sharing your stories. And like I said, hopefully you'll come on again. And maybe I'll get StreamYards and try to get more than one person so we can have conversations. But I've got 3 more slots left, people, for anybody that wants to call in. If anybody has any last minute questions for Matt, he's going to go ahead and jump on the chat, and I'll just close this part out, and we'll continue the live chat for a while. Okay? Everybody say good night, Matt. Thank you, Matt. I love you.
See you later. Thanks for having me.
Well, it was my pleasure. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
All right, bye. That was very, 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 very nice. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, so we're back. Did anybody throw out Chris Jarvis from the chat? Did anybody block him? You did, Mike? Oh, no. Nobody, everybody says no, 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 no. Nobody blocked you, Chris. How on earth is that possible? Well, that's happened before. We're going to have to figure out why. But Chris says he's been talking, but he can't. He said he's been here the whole time. Nobody was seeing me talk in chat. Tried for over 2 hours. Think someone may have blocked me. No, you haven't been blocked, Chris. I don't know what's happening, but you're not the only one. I've had this done before, so I have no idea what to do. Let me try to see if I can't try to fix that somehow. Leave a message on my comment section, Chris, and I'll see if I can change it there. Belle did not do it. Knock it off. You're bad. You are so bad, Hobbit. Yeah, we've had that happen before a couple of times where people got really upset and thought that someone had blocked them, which they did not. So I don't know what that is. But anyways, that was so awesome, Matt. I'm so grateful that you came on. I've been waiting for a while for you to say yes. Hey, Buckeye, how are you? Yeah, it is, Pappy. It happened to me too, and it happened to me on DDoS's channel. You know, I thought I was blocked. Nobody could see me at all. I was like, what did I do? Oh yeah, I love listening to Matt's voice. You know, I could listen to that all day. But what I think is really kind of odd, and we've been talking about this since before Texas in my chat. Things are changing, guys, and people's minds are changing about what's going on out there. You know, some of this stuff I said, no way. And a lot of us were in agreement in the beginning. No way this can happen. That person's crazy, you know, blah, 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 blah. And now it's starting to happen to us. This is really getting freaky. Yeah. You have to go out and come back in, unsub and resub. But thank you very much. Thank you very much, Matt. We really appreciate it. I loved hearing your story. Yeah, the stuff we need to wake up to is the problem, you know, because things are popping up new all the time. You know, and you don't always hear about it. You know, you got to wait till someone jumps on and makes a comment about something, and then you got to go back and figure out if that's happened to you. I mean, this is really kind of strange. Yeah, maybe you can do that, Chris. Maybe you can try to exit out and come back in and see if... I don't know what happened to him. Well, that would make sense because that's more than one person that's happened to. I don't want to be so open-minded that I'm in trouble, but I want to be open-minded enough not to blame, not to point fingers at people, because I don't like judging people. You know, I'm just not built that way. But it doesn't mean that I don't question. Yeah, I question everything. You know, I mean, I do. I question everything. It doesn't mean I'm calling that person a liar. I'm just questioning, how is that possible? Yeah, critical thinking is what they teach you in nursing school, you know, but it's pretty hard. Because this is not stuff that's easy, you know. This is about new things that don't exist, Skibo, that you don't think existed. You have to be kind of open-minded to the possibility. Yeah, I can't wait for the move. I mean, I know a lot of people think I'm crazy moving out in the middle of the boonies, but that's just where I feel safer. Honestly, I do. I feel safer. Hold on. Okay, I took care of that. Yeah, I love the boonies. I absolutely love it being out there in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, there's a lot of things, for years there's so many things, guys, that I've kept to myself that people don't know about. There's just no point, you know, if they weren't walking in your shoes, there's no way that you can imagine they would understand, right? I mean, that's just the way it is. Okay, so he got out, got back in. It's still not being able to let him back. I'm gonna have to figure out what that is. All right, so you hear the drone? What are we talking about? What do you mean, Skibo? The difference in when you first heard about Sasquatch as opposed to what's happening now. Yeah, I know, Lane, right? In the beginning, when I first heard about to the possibility of the new things that we're hearing about, Skibo. You know, yeah, he did. Funny, ha ha ha. Good night, Nita. Love you. God bless you. Go make the biscuits. Yes, Bob, J-Lo, Martha. Yeah, that too, Skibo. Let's see, Vanessa, Shane's wife. There's a lot of people. Yeah, some call it woo. Just there's, like I said, there's things. Good night, Pam. God bless you, hon. There's things that are changing even in my area that make me, you know, second guess my first opinion. And it's not easy. And when people tell you the same thing has happened to them, and then someone else says, oh, that's woo, then, you know, we're stuck on that word woo factor, you know? And a lot of people in the beginning made fun of people that were talking about woo. Yeah, it's the words. Remember I said that before, guys. I think a lot of the problems is the words we're using. Woo factor doesn't cover everything. You know, they're changes. I hate the word DM, you know. It needs to be a different word. Quiet Hobbit, you're funny. There's just a lot of different words out there, and I think we get stuck on those words. I know I did. I have to admit I did when people started talking about, good night, Sass. When people started talking about the woo factor, I just kind of ignored it and went about my business. But I can certainly attribute some of the stuff that's happening here to what they call woo, you know? It did, Matt, exactly. I think once we figure out what certain things actually are and put a word to them, then it'll get rid of that stigma. You know what I mean? If it's telepathy, it's telepathy. If it's good night, Buckeye girl. God bless you, hon. If it's cloaking and it's actually cloaking or whatever. Yeah, Chocobo. The orbs are considered woo also. Everything, all that is considered woo. And I saw my first orb. You know, I'd never seen one before. So all that stuff is combined. Now an orb is an orb and it's not woo. But you still have people that'll collectively put all that together. And it's just the woo factor. Well, I hear lots of stuff out there tonight. Yeah, I don't know what they are. Like I said, I have no idea what they are. Oh, cool, Matt. Well, like I said, guys, I have just this coming week is all I have left for the live chats for someone to call in. So if you want to be one of those people that call in to share your story, you have to email me and let me know what day, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, and I'll get you on. But after that, that following week is the week that we have to get ready to move. Because I have 13 days left, guys. So this will be my last week. Oh, Hobbit. You're silly. I think I hear a dog out there. Why not Sunday? You don't have to have a story, Lane. We can just talk about the stuff that you believe in. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to have a sighting, guys. You can get on here and just jaw jack about what you believe they are or your opinions. You know, anything like that. You don't have to have a story. Oh well, yeah. This Sunday's your day. We gave them a deposit, but it's not ours yet. And we're still looking at other properties that are a little bit less expensive because that's a little bit above our price range. But so far, all the good ones that we're looking at that came up are now sale pending. Hang on a second, guys. Hold on. I'll be right back. Stuff back. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, Belle's calling in on Sunday. So this week we have Friday. Belle will be on Sunday. Then we have Monday and Wednesday, and that'll be my last. Oh, Hobbit, I'm telling you, what am I going to do with you? Sign out. There you go. That was perfect, Matt. It was absolutely perfect. I got to tell you guys what happened today. I can't tell you. I'm not allowed to tell you who did it. But somebody sent me a present. They don't want me to tell anybody who did it. So I'm sure you know who you are. But I got a present today in the mail. And it was a huge box. And I was like, what the heck is this? And I opened it up and it's filled with stuffing. And I'm like, okay. No, I won't be live for a while, Christy, until we move and get electricity even. Somebody sent me a crossbow with 10 arrows. Can you believe that? I was like, oh my gosh, and it said this is a gift, and didn't say the name, but I know who it was, but they won't tell me. They won't let me say to anybody else, but they sent me a crossbow. Yeah, I freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh. It is a great gift since I had to get rid of all my weapons, you know. I didn't have anything but my bear spray, but I have a crossbow. Yeah, bolts. Sorry. I gotta do it right, don't I, Scotty? It's not illegal here. Yeah, I'll probably need it. Although I didn't see a whole bunch of hog sign there, and you guys saw the antler that I picked up. There were deer prints everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Some nice size one too. That's the first thing I got to do when we move over there is getting my hunting and fishing license. And it's open season all year round on the hog, but anybody who wants to call in, just like you said, email me or message me and let me know. I had to sell them, John. Yeah, I do have to learn. I know not to dry, so, but I will learn how to shoot it. I've only shot a bow once. So I will have to practice a lot. Oh, really? How, Ramona? Yeah, but he won't. He won't go hunting or fishing. That's my job. I'll be lucky if I get him outside to go for walks. Oh, cool. You got about an hour? Cool. You don't have to listen, Pappy, you're interesting enough. Everybody is here. You're all important to me. So anybody on here that wants to jump on, you know, it's fine. And like I said, you don't have to have an encounter. Just have a conversation. Oh yeah, you won't get me out of the woods during hunting season, let me tell you that. Hello, Scotty, and welcome. Hello, all my lurkers. I love you. Let's not forget our prayers tonight for those that are having their surgeries. You are a special, and you know that, Matt. But I consider you all you guys important. You're trying my patience. Lane. Oh, you guys are funny. You notice how my phone is no longer trying to kick you guys off? Stupid garbage. Well, I only have a few of them left, and like I said, once I'm... Good night, Triva. God bless you. Sweet dreams. I'm hoping that I can do a few more lives, and then I'm going to have to get busy getting everything else packed. We found a company that will drop a pod off at the house. We can drop them, we can fill it up, they'll pick it up, and they'll take it to our property. You're welcome, Triva. Or they'll take it to their place, and when we're ready, they'll bring it out. So we're seriously thinking about that because we have no place to put it. That property's not even ours until after this house sells. You're fine, Skibo. You don't have to. Like I said, you guys can call in because you're here all the time. Everybody kind of knows each other, but listening to them on the phone is different. And you're just, if you don't have a Sasquatch encounter, you can just talk. You are nice, Belle. Matt's giggling. Matt, I'm so happy you came on here. Thank you again so much. It was great. I'm sorry we had to cut it and start over again. It was a really good show. Don't listen to them, Albert. Okay, Mike. Well, the first thing we have to do is find out which internet we can have up there, because now they're telling us that we can't get AT&T in that area, which is really going to bother me, because if I join the fire department or the police, or the EMS department, they would give you a free service with AT&T, but if you can't get AT&T there, that's just gonna... I'll still volunteer, though. I've been on the department 9 years, so I won't have to do much. Yeah, it's just a metal containment system they drop off and you fill up and, you know, they take back. It's smaller than the metal things those containers they put on the back of, or on trains. It's about, you can get them in different sizes. No Tide Pods. I've never believed in evolution, Christopher. Even when I was younger, before I got to know the Lord, I didn't believe in evolution. And hello, Christopher. Welcome. Did Mr. Doss leave? It was nice seeing him. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, though. Martha, you still here? Yeah, I hope he's doing okay. Okay, thank you, John. It's really hard because, you know, I'm paying so close attention to my... Okay, Martha. I'm paying so close attention to my guest, I don't even pay attention to the chat. And then when I do happen to look over... Bob's getting ready to have his surgery right now, Scotty. In fact, he's probably already checked into the hospital. I think if you believe in evolution, and you can't believe in creation, and I believe in creation, so therefore I think that Sasquatch was created. Hey, Bobby. Yeah, prayers for Bob. This is a major surgery. And J-Lo also, she's having major surgery. Yeah, you know I can't walk and chew gum, so it makes it kind of hard. I'm a flippity gibbet. Good night, Pappy. You gonna call in, Pappy? Yeah, he was great the other night. Hey, Tiffany, how are you, sweetie? I can't believe how fast time is flying. Oh my gosh, guys. Yep, I heard that, Tony. We're praying for Vanessa also. You tell him, Lane. Yeah, where's Jared tonight, anyway? I wanted to talk to him about some place I want to go that's between my property and his. Good night, Barb. Thank you very much. I'm glad to see you tonight. And I have to make you a moderator in order for you to share your videos. Well, yeah, he made people created in his image, but it didn't mean that he didn't create the animals. He did create all the animals, and he placed them on the earth for us to take care of. It doesn't mean they have souls. You know what I mean? So did anybody see anything out here tonight? I haven't seen or heard anything. Of course, I haven't been paying attention either. But I did hear the drone earlier. I didn't hear the ATV, but I definitely heard the drone. And right after the drone is when we lost. Right after the drone is when we lost signal. That's what I say, Bobby. Bibby. He created everything. Everything that was good, clean, pure, sweet, loving, he created. Everything that was good. Except for mosquitoes. I have to ask him about that when I get up there. No, not normally, Jacobo. What they do is they stay over there on the base. They did that one night that I caught them on my live chat. I caught just the tail end of the tiny white lights underneath it. It was right above the treetops going across the street. Do I? What, Christopher? I must have missed it, sorry. I apologize. Yeah. Yeah, mosquitoes are evil. Bloodsuckers. We're going to keep this light. No arguing, okay, guys? You can state your opinion, but no arguing. We get along here. Yeah, I've seen that show. I don't know him personally, no. Amen, Bibby. Hey, Susan, how are you? Well, the base is right there, hon, so they, you know, the only thing that I would think that they want over here is, you know, to kind of herd the Sasquatch. Ooh, I wish, Hobbit. But I'm leaving anyway, so they can keep their drone. I will definitely keep people informed about Bob's surgery. When he contacts me or anybody else, we'll let you know. I missed it. Christopher, say that again, please. Or can someone copy paste what he said? Because I missed it. Christopher, I can only see about 2 or 3 lines, and then the chat goes so fast I'll miss it. I'm only here on my iPhone. Come on, babies. I hear frogs. Yeah, I know. Oh, you did droning today? No, I don't use calls like that. I do what I just did now. I say, "Come on, babies," and I click, and they'll usually respond. But I've had, you know, more than one person told me that they, with their earphones on, they could actually hear the clicks that I keep asking you guys about, that you guys don't hear, that it takes some good, you know, headset for them to hear those click noises. But I hear it, you guys don't. I don't know how that's possible, because it sounds pretty clear to me. But that's why I do it. That's why I do like this, because that's the noise they make. See? Cool, baby. I have one song that I play for them usually before I go live. I didn't do it today because Matt, I wanted to make sure Matt was on. But normally I play that Le'ilo. It's an Indian song, and I play that before I go live, and they like it. No, I don't have one of those, Tony. Good night, Scotty. Yeah, we're old here too, Scotty. Well, most of us are. Good night. God bless you. Oh, that'd be nice. Anything to catch poachers. We don't have a choice now, but to fence our property, and we weren't going to do that. But I don't think we have a choice. Well, thank you, Mike, for being part of it. I appreciate you as much as you like being here. I think everybody, for whatever reason, needs a platform, someplace they can go. Well, the only reason we're going to have to do it, Susan, is because the kids on the ATVs, I don't want them to come out. Good night, Hobbit. I don't want them to come on the property, especially at night. I don't know, because we haven't spent the night up there, so I don't know what'll happen, but I think it'd be smart to fence it in. I'll just move the fencing from the front to the back and just block off where the kids can come on the ATVs down that. Good night, Mike. God bless you. I want to tell you guys something. This is the first time. Where'd Jamie go? This is the first time, and I don't know how long, that I have been able to drink Gatorade. I'm sitting here with a big old smile on my face. I've been adding things to my diet here and there, and so far so good. Praise God. Nice howl. Did you hear that? What, Gatorade Lane? I'm going to try to whistle. Hang on a second, guys. Watch your ears. You guys watch your ears. I don't even know if I can whistle. I'm going to try, though. You ready? Say yes when you're ready. Someone's going to yell at me for whistling in their ear. Okay, here we go. I got to whistle back. Did you hear that? Same whistle I did. I hope so. Oh, I love that movie, Christopher. That's one of my favorites. Well, yeah, but it's something different. I drink a rehydrator, not Gatorade. Gatorade's just got too much sugar in it for me. But tonight I had, you know, my coffees, my water, and my tea, and I just wanted something different, and I haven't been able to drink Gatorade in forever. And so I opened it up tonight and took a sip of it, and usually it would make me want to throw up, and I've been drinking the whole thing. Oh, you're funny, Matt. Not gonna happen. Although, apparently when the guy came in to fix the sink, he left the door unlocked, so the door's been unlocked this whole time. So I'm gonna definitely have to go check it out before I get into it. Make sure we're not taking anybody with us. I am so excited about spending the first night on the property. You would not believe. I am so excited. And everybody thinks I'm just downright crazy. Well, that whistle just sent them packing. Yeah, I wish I could find Boo again. I don't know what's going to happen out there. I mean, I felt totally at peace out there. I didn't feel any kind of negativity whatsoever. That could be, you know, it could be wrong. But I'll definitely know once we get out there and stay out there at least the first couple of nights. That should tell us. I haven't heard or seen Boo in a while. The other night when we were live, I swore I felt Boo. Leave him a map. That's funny. I've already had a face-to-face, Christopher. Actually, within less than 2 feet. The only thing that was separating us was window. No, she's not. Jamie is Jamie and Lane is Lane. A little over an hour. It's closer than the property that we were on before, but in a much better place, I think. Because it's real close to an area where I have had multiple encounters with the ones up in Honubby. It was pretty close. I would like to spend some more time with Boo. I miss him really bad. Yeah, it was life-changing, Christopher. Yeah, really close. Really close, Ramona. I don't know what that squeak was. You two boys can keep talking like you're talking, but don't you dare fight. Yeah, probably Susan. And I'm hoping not, because we need to get some work done. Oh, don't worry about it, Christopher. We all do typos. You're fine. Trust me, all of us do it. We're used to typos. But I can mostly figure out what you're saying. Don't worry about it. We lost a lot of people when I switched over. That's gotta be the sink, guys. I don't have fat fingers. I've got sloppy fingers. I love to argue. I love a good argument. Gets my blood pumping. But I save that for my hubby. I'm teasing. We rarely fight. I can still hear those coyotes. They're further off now, but I can still hear them. Good. Yeah, they're calling for rain, and it's the wrong time. As long as that week, and that's what I'm going to pray about, as long as that week that we are supposed to move up there, move the RV, as long as that week is pretty dry to where the guy can come and drop off the base, I guess. Otherwise, we won't be able to pull it on there. Come on, babies. Yeah, I know it's a bad time of year. Can you hear them out there? Well, it's so wet up there now that if we don't get that ground part done, we won't be able to pull the RV up there. We'll have to stay someplace else. Oh, Christopher, I never believed in it at all. I mean, I thought it was a joke. Boy, what an education I got. Oh, it is, Albert. Well, you won't get my husband to sleep in a tent, though. Those days are done for him. We will have to pull the RV into some kind of park for a while until it dries out. Yeah, it doesn't. You're right, Ramona. So that was a really good chat with Matt, wasn't it? Yeah, just got to go to a safe one. Yeah, the one I told you about. That's the one we're going to have to go to since it's the closest. Ooh, I'm cold now. All of a sudden it got cold in here. Hold on, let me find my plug-in. Turn my heater on. Yeah, I loved listening to Matt's voice, but it was really nice to hear some of the stuff that I'd never heard before, you know. Oh, camping. Too bad it's gonna rain, Ramona. You guys could meet us out there and we could go camping. Oh, really, Susan? Good night, Miss Martha. Love you, sis. God bless you, sweetie. We'll be praying. Miss Martha has a headache. If you guys want to add her to your prayers, please. She had surgery today, cataract surgery today. Wow, that's weird, Susan, isn't it? You couldn't get my mother to sleep in a tent when I was growing up to save your life. I slept on the ground outside in Ohio when I was a kid. You know, of course, we didn't have the fire ants or a lot of the other stuff. Uh-oh. Lane block Tony? Uh-oh. Yeah, we never went camping. You know, my mom never took us camping or anything like that, but us kids would just go out and sleep outside. You know, there was a tiny little park by one of the places, one of the apartment complexes we used to live in. We would go out there and pretend, you know, cowboys and Indians type stuff, and we'd end up just sleeping out there all day. No fire, no nothing. You know, that's where we were kids. But heck, my mom wouldn't be caught outside for nothing. She didn't do any of that kind of stuff. Oh, really? Yeah, I imagine he's bad he was in a bad situation, especially not knowing. You know, the sounds that they make alone are enough to make you freeze and the hair on the back of your neck stick up. Yeah, mine wouldn't either, Ramona. She was afraid of the water. She wouldn't go in a boat either. Okay, so we have Belle on Sunday. Who do we got for Friday? Today's Wednesday. Who's going to call in on Friday? Oh, cool, Susan. In Ohio? Kenton, Ohio? Boy, is it quiet out here. Shut up, stomach. There goes my stomach. Of course, it had to argue. I know, hon. You just got to keep me informed, okay, Tony? Of course, the camo dudes aren't here tonight. That figures, doesn't it? Jeez, irritating. Good night, Christopher. God bless you. Sweet dreams. I'm going to try to keep everybody informed. Every time someone contacts me and lets me know what's happening with their surgeries or their doctor's appointments, I will try to let everybody know, you know, and update you. Kevin is doing pretty good. He was supposed to go live tonight, but he said he was a little nauseated, but otherwise he was okay. He wanted to go back to work, and I don't blame him. He's got to catch up on his bills. But I'll keep you informed on Kevin, how he's doing. And as soon as I hear from Bob, you know, he promised me that when he was coherent enough, he would let me know how he's doing. I'll have to depend on other people for J-Lo because, you know, sometimes I hear from her, sometimes I don't. And, you know, Martha's surgery went well. Now she's got a headache, and that's normal for that. But we'll have to wait for Shane's wife and her surgery. And the rest of you just keep me informed, and I'll do my best to let people know. But we will continue to have you guys all in prayer. You know, that won't change. And keep you, I mean, I pray for you guys every single night. I wholeheartedly believe in the power of prayer. Welcome back, Belle. And the dogs are going crazy out here tonight. Something's got them going. And we've had some. I think there's fox around here that's been getting into people's, maybe chicken coops and something like that. I saw something really tiny-eyed in the backyard that went flying over there towards the back, but it couldn't jump the fence, so I don't know what that was. But it was really small, and really small eyes, and the eyes were a light green. Bigger than a cat, but smaller than a good-sized dog. So I'm thinking maybe it was a fox. Because we have them here. Flying armadillo. How are you feeling, Tony? Yeah. As long as the boogers don't kill my cats, I'll be good. We do have a lady that's coming by before we leave to take the cats with her. She's going to rehome them. Yes, I do want to know, Tony. You can message me if you don't want to say it here. Oh, and I had a BLT today, too. Woohoo! I am in my glory. Real food, guys. Real food. And let's keep Mr. Doss in our prayers, too. And Chev. Bacon! I can't help thinking about the commercials with the dogs. Bacon, 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 bacon! I love bacon. Oh, did you hear that? Listen. Ooh! That was twice I heard that. That's right, you did, and I got to eat it, didn't I, Rona? I like bacon. Albert, I just heard two, whoo, real low, soft on the side of the house here, on the right side of the house. But Albert, are you by? Oh, we talked about that already before, didn't we? Are you by Kenton, Ohio? Yeah, if you have good headphones, you might want to go back and listen, but I clearly heard two little whoo, whoo. I'm listening. Here, raccoon. Sweet Bobby. I definitely need a set of headphones. Did you hear it, Ramona? It was two little whoo, whoo. They're so subtle here. They just don't like to make a lot of noise. I don't know why. I think it's because we're in a neighborhood. Or maybe they're hiding from the camo dudes. Come on, babies. You'll usually get a click back if you listen. No chocolate on bacon. Ew. Hear that? Oh, really, Lane? I need a good set of speakers. Oh, crazy, John. I hate that. You heard it too? That was pretty cool. But see how quiet they are here? But if I don't talk as much, well, sometimes I have to talk in order for them to make noises, but I can hear them. Especially those little clicks, guys. If you have good earphones on and you go back, you'll hear those clicks multiple times, and they do that here all the time. And I'm constantly telling you guys I hear the clicks, but you guys don't hear them. But I hear them really clear. And it's just them letting me know that they're right here, somewhere close by. But those little woos were right on the other side of my garage door here. It sounded like it was right on the left-hand side, the right-hand side. I don't blame you, John. I would too. That's when my husband was telling Kevin on our way down to the property. He said, "What are you, a dragster racer or what?" Dragster racer? Watch live. Sooner Sasquatch. Ooh, Sooner's on. Did anybody see Kevin go live? Come on, babies. Okay, hello. Knock. When I whistled twice, there was a whistle in between my whistle. Kevin said he could fix mine to do that too, but my husband would jump out of the truck. Yeah, me too. He also said he could fix my truck to where it gets better gas mileage. When my husband drives my truck, he gets like 17 miles to the gallon. When I drive my truck, I get 14. Sometimes 15. But I like driving fast. I like taking those hairpin curves at 70, you know. Makes my husband crazy. He hangs on for dear life. And I was like, woo! I can't help myself. What about the property, Albert? Yeah. No, I'm still on 4 wheels, but barely. It's just great when there's no one around, you know, when the street's empty. Ha ha, Matt. I don't see any movement across the street at all. Of course, you guys can't see it because I had to tilt this stupid phone. All right, well, I guess I'll go to bed. I love having a lead foot. I'm sorry. But that's going to be my downfall right there. I just love driving fast. Give me a racetrack and I'll be in my glory. Probably wreck it a few times. Oh, you saw Kevin? Oh, yeah. On the property. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and end the live chat, guys. And, no, I won't go to bed. But I think what I might do is tomorrow night. Yeah, funny, Tony. I think maybe tomorrow night I might put you guys up in the window, my husband where he works, you know, and see if we can do that. I think that'll be fun. No, you don't, Matt. You're silly. But thank you, everybody, for coming on tonight. Thank you for supporting Matt and this channel. I love you guys. God bless you. Don't forget your prayers. And we'll see. I don't know who's going to be on Friday, but I know we'll get someone to be on Friday. And then don't forget, Miss Bell will be on Sunday. But tomorrow night I'll see if nothing goes on out front here. Maybe I'll put you in the backyard and just leave you up all night, okay? All right. Good night, everybody. You don't have an annoying voice, Matt. It was great. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. But good night, everybody. Love you. Thank you.